Hi everybody, this is Carolina Flower, and I'm coming today with a new vlog. Every time I'm about to do this, it's like I'm doing it all over again for the first time. I always get just this little feeling inside of me, Regardless what we say, when we just say we don't give a fuck, there's a part of us that does, I don't really care for people's opinion about what I think, but deep inside, people can come at me hard for what I think. I mean, anybody can. I do it to people all the time. We come hard at each other all day. And this is what this is about. Today we're going to talk about perspectives and how we're all different. Every single one of us. I think the hardest thing for everybody to understand is that we are exactly the same, but differently. Meaning that we're all capable of the same things, of everything, every single one of us. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll all have it inside of us, evil or good. I told my friend today, Florcy, some of you guys that know her, that it's like this is how I would explain. This is how life is. You're born with a bunch of colors. They give you a bunch of colors. Like here, this is what you got. This is what you have to work with. And then throughout life, you live experiences that make you realize which ones are your favorite colors, which ones you like to use the most. In some people's lives, those colors are negative. In some people's lives, those colors could be positive. We're a product of our environment, regardless of how hard you try not to. We're all a victim of how the system is and how everything's been put for us. And regardless of what I say and what I think, I know that I'm part of it all. I know that we're all together in this, and that's the hardest thing about expressing yourself. You don't want people to think oh, this girl just thinks she knows it all, so she comes over here and says all these things. I have my videos about what the hell is love rant. I don't know if any of you guys have watched it before, but have that video, and I had 2 people tell me you can't define love. You can't define love. They told me that comment. We already know people on YouTube leave useless comments a lot, but those kind of really get to me, because you sit there and then they say, it's just what they say is just crazy to me. Okay, you can't define love. It's like you're telling me oh, you can't express yourself, because everything's an expression. Every definition, how we define definition, that's our own perspective. That's the thing about each one of us, and what's hard to understand, that we're also different in the same way. We'll have different perspectives, but they're just so unique. And thanks to what we have gone through in our experiences, that has formed the world, that the eyes that we see, that we used to see the world. That's exactly what I mean, yeah. The experiences that you go through is just, thanks to that, that's how you see the world. And you either take them and you let it get to you, or you take them and you learn from them. You have to embrace the pain in this world, because we all have to be a little blessed and a little stressed to live the right way. You can't get stuff just for free, Everything with a sacrifice, right? Everything has to have some type of sacrifice to feel better. But let me not get into another topic. I'm going back to perspectives, which is what I do all day. This is what this channel's about. This channel's about me sitting here and telling you guys, this is what I feel. I am not the holder of truth, and I never will be. Nobody ever will be. Even the person that wrote the most trusted Bible book in the planet is not to be trusted, because they're a person just like you and me. And it's their truth, seen from their eyes. They wrote it from their perspective. Just like you would. Just like I would. So that's what's hard to understand. And well, so unique. It's the whole perspective things is just, it's hard for people to understand that what comes along with, perspectives. What comes along with getting to know yourself, really. That's what, let's see what I wrote down here. People say, we have to accept each other for who we are. And I'm with that, we have to accept each other for who we are. We have to love each other for who we are, and ourselves, most importantly, with our flaws and all. We must love them. But I just feel like some people have taken that to, another level. they're on some like I'm proud of how fucked up I am, and somehow it makes them feel good. You know, I'm an asshole. I love it. Like, you know, I've talked a lot about negativity, how this world is very negative, and people become like that. They're like proud of being fucked up, proud of being assholes. So, you know, when you're like that, you're gonna clash with people that aren't like that. You know, and there's way more negativity in this world. I've said that plenty of times. So, with accepting each other for who we are, um, we have to accept when we get offended. Um, there's this very important thing about arguments and people being offended, and this is just what it is, you know. You say something, I say something all the time. I say stuff all the time on Twitter. I go off and I say crazy stuff. You can take it like shit talk. I mean, you can take it to the head. It just depends on who you are, and a lot of people get offended. Like here, like I feel this way, and they're entitled to feel that way. I just, you know, they kind of blame me for it. Like I feel this way because of you. Like, you made me feel that way because you said this, and I'm insulted. Like, if you really think about it, this person is, like, telling me, like, I'm insulted because you're expressing your mind. And, like, the whole subtweet and direct shit, like, that's just another topic because people could be very specific on social networks. I've been working on that, and I don't want to be specific. I just want to make it seem like I'm part of it all. You know, I'm not talking about other people. You know, I'm part of this. I do this, too. I am guilty for all this stupid little shit that I point out about people, you know? It's just my nature. I'm a curious person. I'm curious about how people are and why they are the way they are. And this is why I sit here in front of a camera and I try to talk to people. Tell me how you feel. Tell me if you're with me on this, you know? And when it comes to perspective, great. Somebody's freaking calling me. So back to what I was talking about. I was talking about what comes along with accepting each other for what we are. So, what comes along with that? Learn to point out what offends you and what certain things get to you. And knowing that when you're presented with a situation and people are talking about it, you're going to be like it's going to create like a little emotion inside of you. Like, oh, it's going to move you. Like I subconsciously somehow feel related to that. You know, so you have to kind of manage yourself. It kind of comes down to that. Get to know yourself more. Get to know what pisses you off. So when the day that somebody pisses you off, you know how to react to it. Because that's why when people pisses off, you know, they just push certain buttons that they don't even know themselves. They just push some buttons. You know, people are themselves, you know. You are yourself, and we're just like a bunch of pieces of arts just clashing against each other. It's amazing, but anyways, I always just get off trail when I'm talking about it. It's just so ridiculous. Accepting each other how we are. Accepting when we get offended and when they are offensive as two different things. When we get offended, that is our emotion. That's something that something got moved inside of us, basically, and there was an emotion created, you know? And when somebody's being offensive, from your point of view, from your eyes, they're just expressing who they are or how they feel. Regardless if it is about you and if it's on purpose to offend you, they are just expressing how they feel. It's just words coming out of somebody's mouth, another perspective. At the end of the day, it shouldn't move you so much like it does. But it does because they don't really teach us to get to know ourselves and be proud of our flaws, but at the same time work on fixing and towards improving these flaws, you know, and becoming the best person you could be. Nobody's perfect in the world, but you could try to be a good person, and you will do it if you really want to, you know. I mean, it sounds kind of silly saying that, but that was really the main point of all this. You know, we all have different opinions. We all have to learn to live with them because we're gonna clash daily with somebody every day. You either victimize yourself every time and say, "Oh, you offended me." I'm not gonna deny I do it all the time. I still do it, but you know what? Then I think about this. I am independent from their feelings. My feelings are independent from theirs. Like when it comes with reasoning, comes opinions. That's what comes along with reasoning. You know, I do believe we're all connected with each other, and obviously, I feel the negativity if somebody sending me a negativity. Obviously, but I could learn to manage it. Regardless if they're sending me negative vibes, I could learn to manage it. You know, I could learn to say, okay, they're offending me, and even if it's on purpose, that's what they think. I don't have to make a scene about it. And that's what I try to work on daily, every day of my life, you know, because I'm a person that I just, I like to be fair with everything, and I like to speak my mind a lot, and I can come off rude, and it's just most people are just very hard for people to understand that everybody just thinks differently, you know. Even if you don't understand how somebody feels, and if they sit there and explain to you, and at the end of the day, it's just gonna still make sense to them, and maybe it won't make sense to you, but it makes sense to them because they are themselves, and they grew up in this whole unique life as a whole unique person, and you can just understand that you're capable of feeling like that in another situation. Picturing yourself in people's shoes. Well, how would it be if I was in their shoes? Or what is it about me that will put me in the same situation as them, feeling the same way as them? I have a lot of disagreements with people because, you know, I don't like indirects, and I just try to be a forward person as much as I can, and with my friends I'm very forward when it comes to jokes and stuff like that. Well, people aren't used to that, you know, they take it offensively. And maybe there's something more going on. I can admit that when I take something offensive, there's something more to it. You know, I took it offensive because this, because I feel this way, because this has happened to me before. So I can understand myself. Then I can definitely understand people. And we're all humans at the end of the day. But the easier we make it for each other, the better, because we're complicated. And you're not all that you know you are. There's more to you than you can ever completely know. Let's just hope we ever get the opportunity to ever get to know ourselves completely. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video one more time, and I will talk to you guys later.